calling in like last minute, like 30 sandwiches at 7 a.m. orders for years now, so it's probably a little overdue. That's always really funny whenever we're at the doctor or dealing with like a new doctor and they're just like, how do you like, you can't, you're diabetic, you can't be around all those donuts. I'm like, you don't take all the drugs at the hospital, do you? Like, you know. So there is like repetitive making, you know, just like sitting down and like making 50 of a thing is kind of calming to me. It's kind of comforting to just be like, you know, here's a box of scraps. Like, you know, a couple hours later, I mean, it's far from an Iron Man suit, but you know, you get what I'm saying. I mean, I pretty much add toppings to things, so like probably like sprinkled German chocolates are pretty good to, you know, satisfying to make in that regard. You know, just getting through like kind of a massive heap of donuts is pretty satisfying to like, you know, start off with slightly less time than you need, a giant pile of things in front of you, and whittle it down into a pile of delicious food, you know? My relationship with food was like upside down for like a couple years straight. And it was definitely a lot more just like physical necessity eating and like making sure I get the right amount of carbs but not the wrong amount of glucose. It was a lot more about chemistry than like ever like so I like even like forgot that food was like an enjoyable thing for like a couple of years. And I'm just kind of like in the last year like remembering that, oh, food is actually a lot of fun. It's like an enjoyable recreational activity and not like some miserable chore. Usually, between those three things, making donuts, packing boxes, you know, following up with these guys, it's 6 a.m. by the time I finish all of that. You know, hopefully I can like mop the floor and do a couple dishes between here and there, but that's about it, you know. The Emory board is giving me a ration, flat out. You're so weekends, and I had a 9 to 5 job, or you know, Monday through Friday job, and I would leave here on Sunday, and I would just take my body weight in donuts and stick them in the freezer over at my other job. And usually, you know, that would be pretty good for the week. When there were seasonal people, I'd find them eating my donuts all the time, but that was fine because the seasonal people are usually wildly underpaid. So people need donuts. People have to eat. You know, it's not even an optional activity. So.